हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज के इस वीडियो में मैं हिस्ट्री के चैप्टर 2 रिफॉर्म कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स एंड ऑब्जर्वेशन से 4 मार्क्स वाले लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन और साथ ही उसका आंसर बताऊंगी। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस वीडियो। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट रोल डिड ड्रिंकवाटर बेथुन प्ले इन वुमेन एजुकेशन इन 19th सेंचुरी। इसका आंसर होगा जॉन इलियट ड्रिंकवाटर बेथुन was an Anglo-Indian lawyer and a pioneer in promoting women's education in 19th century India. In 1848 AD, he was sent to India as law member of the Governor General's Council. He was much worried about the promotion of female education in India. With the support of such people as Dakshiranjan Mukherjee, Ram Gopal Ghosh, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar and Madan Mohan Tarkalankar, Bethune set up the secular native female school in 1849 and donated all his movable and immovable property to the school. It was the first such effort in Kolkata and had a major impact on society. The government took it over in 1856 and renamed it Bethune School in 1862 to 63 AD. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Dwarkanath Vidyabhushan and other liberals supported the school for 20 years. A number of bright students joined the institution: Kadambani Bose, Sarla Das, Abala Das and Subrana Prabhu Basu, all of whom were prominent figures later. Bethune School was an eye-opener for the Bengali Bhadralok. It led to the opening of other such schools. Bethune was closely associated with the Calcutta Public Library and translation activities into Bengali. He published a treatise on women's education by Pandit Gaur Mohan Vidyalankar and distributed it at his own cost. In 1849, when Michael Madhusudan Datta published his English book of poem Captive Lady, Bethune opined that it was a folly for foreigners to attempt establishment as English poet, but if such talent was dedicated to the local language, the country could greatly benefit. Next question is explain Swami Vivekananda's ideal of religious reform. इसका आंसर होगा according to Hafiz, the terms New Vedanta and New Hinduism refer to the adoption of Western concepts and standards and readiness to reinterpret traditional ideas in light of these new, imported and imposed modes of thought. The term New Vedanta appears to have arisen in Bengal in the 19th century, where it was used by both Indian and Europeans. According to Hafiz, the term was invented by a Bengali, Brajendranath Seal, who used the term to characterize the literary work of Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Next question is what do you know about Madhusudan Gupta? Pandit Madhusudan Gupta was an Indian doctor and the first Indian trained in Western medicine to detect a human corpse. When the medical college was set up in Kolkata, Gupta broke prevalent social taboos and came forward to detect human corpse. On 28 October 1836, Gupta became the first Indian to detect a corpse. He was assisted by Raj Krishna De, Umacharan Seth, Dwarkanath Gupta and Nabin Chandra Mitra, student of the medical college. The British East India Company administration honored him by firing guns from the Fort William. Gupta came from a Baidya family who were practitioners of Ayurveda by tradition. Madhusudan's role may be viewed as one of the first internalizer of modern anatomical education, who act as the agency for the company's education. Next, 4 number question is what do you know about Bijoy Krishna Goswami? Bijoy Krishna Goswami was a prominent social reformer and religious figure and incarnation of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya in India during the British period. He was a spokesman of the new Vaishnavic doctrine. Inspired by Rabindranath Tagore, he joined Brahma Samaj. In his lifetime, Vijay Krishna visited various parts of India to preach Brahmanism. Later, he followed different religious paths to attain the absolute truth. And even after doing so, when he was unable to find the absolute truth, he understood the importance of a guru. He got initiative from Brahmananda Paramahansa and attained the absolute truth. Later, he himself preached the path of absolute truth to many. Vijay Krishna visited different parts of India to preach Brahmanism. He came to East Bengal in 1863 AD and worked for some time in Dhaka with Keshav Chandra Sen. He established Brahma temple in Santipur, Mymensingh. He was specially interested in the development and education of women and taught for some time at the school established by Keshav Chandra. He also wrote Prashnotar on the practice of yoga. Next 5 number question is why difference arose in Brahma Samaj over steps taken by Keshav Chandra on social issues. Difference in Brahma Samaj arose over the content of social reform, especially with regard to women. Sen then, under the influence of Ramakrishna Paramahansa, advocated meditation and renunciation with less time spent on philanthropist activities. The schism came to a head in 1878 when he performed the marriage of his 13-year-old daughter to the Prince of Kochbihar in accordance with Hindu rites. Both the bride as well as the bridegroom were underage and the marriage was in clear violation of the 1872 enactment which Sen himself has so jealously advocated. As a result, a powerful and influential section under Shivnath Sastri and Anand Mohan Bose sected from the main body to form the Sadharan Brahma Samaj, organized on more democratic line. The role of the Brahma Samaj as the first intellectual movement which spread the ideas of rationalism and enlightenment in modern India cannot be overemphasized. Its liberal approach to social and religious questions won the approbation of Europeans and Indian alike. Next question is how did Bhamabodhini magazine reform the condition of women? Bhamabodhini Patrika was a monthly journal edited by Umesh Chandra Datta from 1863. He, together with some other young Brahmo leaders, established Bhamabodhini Sabha in 1863, aiming to educate Bengali housewives and to publish books and journals for their mental upliftment. Bethune School was founded in 1849 and the total number of girls' schools in Bengal in 1863 was 35 with students numbering only 1183. Umesh Chandra and others tried to penetrate Bengali families through the medium of a journal to spread women's education. Bhamabodhini Patrika was the result of these pioneering efforts. Bhamabodhini brought both conservative and liberal writers in its fold. Religion, ethics, science, history, household, medicine, child care, women's education, many such topics were covered in journal. All articles centered on women and were aimed at their development. It asserted from the very beginning be discussed in its pages, with special emphasis on delivering proper and essential knowledge by removing all doubts and superstition from their mind. Bhamabodhini witnessed a turning point in our history and recorded in its pages the woman's role in a changing society and family. Its voice rose against all forces bent on oppressing women. Next question is what picture Bangla of 19th century Bengali society is revealed in the book Hutum Panchar Naksha. Hutum Panchar Naksha or Naksha of the Owl is a compilation of satirical prose by Kali Prasanna Sinha. It is a tiny, remarkable collection of around 140 pages length, consisting in description of religious festivals, false saints, babus, sahibs, etc. Chalit Bhasha, colloquial language, is employed throughout Hutum Prachar Naksha as one of the outstanding literary work of 19th century Bengal, found numerous imitators and established Naksha once and for all as a genre. The term Naksha too appears here to denote a satirical sketch written in prose and become customary from then on. In this sense, it marks the end of prose experiments and the beginning of a rather tightly knit tradition that is in one phase the end of the beginnings. Next question is, what reflection of 19th century Bengali society do we get from the drama Neel Darpan? इसका आंसर होगा नील दर्पण The Indigo Mirror is a Bengali play written by Dinabandhu Mitra in 1858 to 1859. The play was essential to Neel Bidroh or Indigo Revolt of February to March 1859 in Bengal, when farmers refused to sow indigo in their fields as a protest against exploitative farming under the British Raj. It was also essential to the development of theatre in Bengal and influenced Girish Chandra Ghosh, who in 1872 would establish the National Theatre in Calcutta, where the first ever play commercially staged was Neel Darpan. Michael Madhusudan Datta translated the book into English, through which the British population also came to know about the tyranny and exploitative policy of British indigo planters. The indigo planters sacked the property and houses of peasants when they denied for indigo cultivation. Their children and wives were maltreated by them also. In this way, Neel Darpan played an important role for the emancipation of peasants involved in planting indigo by displaying their mystery condition of the entire world. और ये वीडियो यहीं एंड होता है और इसका नेक्स्ट पार्ट कंटिन्यू होगा नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. सो अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया तो प्लीज़ इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए.